What is going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video, and finally the maintenance is concluded. There was 3 additional hours added to this maintenance, which was... it was such a pain, but anyways, we are here finally now. Now we can actually go ahead and super evolve our Nami and also V2 Boa. So this video is going to be pertaining to the Nami Dungeon, and I'll have another video out which will go through the Boa variation as well. But you can see that the Nami variation has a 50, a 40, and a 30 stamina difficulty. So even if you do struggle for the 50 stamina, still farm the lower difficulties, as they will also drop from these lower difficulty, so make sure to go ahead and do it. Additionally, there are some Chopper Man missions available on the extra island for these particular events. So there's one for the variation with Boa, and there's also one for Nami, and I can't really find it right now, but there is one for both of them. And after a certain amount of clears, you do get an additional skull for this character, so definitely farm this up. Even if you don't have Nami or Boa, this is a great opportunity to farm them up and store them in your character box, so that if you do eventually pull them in the future, you can then go ahead and super evolve them. Later on down the track, within the next couple of days or week or so, I will be uploading a video basically just playing through with these brand new characters with 6+ Nami and 6+ Boa. It's going to be very, very cool to try them out. But as I said, in this video, we're going to be talking about this specific dungeon, and I have 4 different teams for you guys in this video. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video. So as I said at the beginning of this video, there are 4 different teams for you guys in this video today. First one you're seeing is Luffy and Law. The next one is Dex, Sabo. We also have a V2 Mihawk team, and we also have a Carrot team. So definitely stay tuned for all of these teams. So on stage 4, the first of these miniature bosses is going to be against Pudding and also Chiffon. They don't really have too much HP. With a preemptive attack though, they make Perfects easier to hit, whilst Pudding has a 2-hit Great Barrier, but it is only for 2 turns, and they don't really hit that hard. But I would suggest take out Chiffon first, and then you can focus on Pudding if you need to. It's a very, very simple stage. After that stage though, you'll have a stage 5 against a bunch of different homies, and if the homies are left alive after their first turn, they will like shuffle your orbs around, which can include bomb orbs, I do believe. So, obviously make sure to just take them out as soon as you can. You don't really want to take damage from them. And then the next stage after that is going to be a mini boss against Carrot. Now, Carrot can either be her Psy Rare Recruit form, or it can be her Sulong form. Now, they both do different things. One of them will give you 7 turns of attack down and 5 turns of paralysis, whereas the Sulong version will give you 7 turns of paralysis and have a 1 turn damage threshold that is inflicted to the enemy, and they also will cut your health in half when it's your Sulong form. Just a bunch of different debuffs that you have to take into consideration when you are team building against stage 6, as there are 2 different variations and also 2 different colors, where you've got a Psy Carrot and then you also have a Quick Carrot as well. The final boss against Nami also has 2 different variations. There's one where Nami is before she super evolves, and there's another boss where she will be the super evolved form. Unfortunately, coincidentally, all the clips that I have for you guys in this particular video are only against the unsuper evolved version, which is kind of weird, but all of these teams can definitely clear each of these bosses no matter what variation they are. So you've got the unsuper evolved one, which actually has more HP than the super evolved version, but the super evolved version will revive. This Nami, when she revives, will fully recover her health, as well as giving your crew 1 turn of paralysis. So definitely having a character on your team that has a crewmate ability that can resist paralysis by 1 turn is going to be ridiculously useful, especially for that revive. So time skip Rare Recruit Nami, Legend Corazon, Quick Rare Recruit Violet is also really good. There's lots of different characters you can bring that have that type of sailor ability. They're going to be ridiculously useful for this fight. And you can also see the fact that Nami is originally a Dex character, but she actually transforms into a quick unit. So the thing is they try and make you use the original, Nami to fight this brand new island, which you definitely could do. I'm pretty sure, like 100% sure, that the 6-star Nami can definitely clear this specific piece of content, even before her super evolution. she has a great captain ability, so that's not really a big issue. I'm not really too sure if V2 Boa can defeat her own island. I think that would be a little bit of a struggle considering the type of teams that she'd be able to build with. But either way, I digress. The next team here is a Dex Sabo team. Again, as I said, having a character that can resist one turn of paralysis on your team is going to make the revive a lot easier. In this specific example, we have Legend Corazon to do that. We are also using Luffy and Law, and Luffy and Law are very important for this team because of the carrot stage, because when we switch into Luffy and we use his special ability, he does a lot of damage to carrot. In this variation here, she has a threshold, which is fine. If it's the Sai variation, the special nearly kills carrot, which is really good. And the thing is, Luffy and Law resist paralysis, so this stage isn't really a big deal. And the thing is, you know, after you activate the special ability of Luffy and Law against stage 6, this team, especially with Dex Sabo with his massive captain ability, is going to just destroy it with the one tap of Luffy and Law pretty much. And also with this team is very, very capable of clearing after the revive, because you do have the ability to remove the special bind and also that extra paralysis and the attack down with Shirahoshi, so that's really good. You've got Treasure Map Kizaru, who is actually really good for this fight because of the multiple turns of Dex attack boost that you can get. So surprisingly, this is like one of the only pieces of content where Treasure Map Kizaru is actually useful. Surprise, surprise. But the next team after this one is going to be the V2 Mihawk team. The V2 Mihawk team was actually really good. Another thing I actually didn't really recognize until I was building, you know, the team with V2 Mihawk was the fact that V2 Zoro resists special bind, like, I think it's completely, or by like 20 turns or something. So on the final boss stage, you don't even need a unit that can resist special rewind, or special bind, which is great. So you've also got the character with Violet to resist paralysis with this team as well. We've got the Rayleigh, who is really great being a Dex character, does more damage as well as removes special bind. We've got the Kaku on our team to resist paralysis and attack down. And then obviously on the final boss stage, we have a Mihawk special and a Zoro special, and that's enough to kill. And then on the revive, because Zoro gives you the attack boost on the following turn, you can just use the secondary Mihawk special with the attack boost that you'll get from Zoro on the following turn, and that will easily be able to kill because you'll be able to remove the paralysis with the Viola Sailor ability. So the Slasher team is really good, though you do have to stall actually a fair amount to get their specials ready for the final boss fight. And the final team in this video, as I said, was going to be Carrot. The Carrot team is very good in terms of speed, in terms of power, literally no issues with the team. There is a little bit of RNG, I guess, if you get really, really bad orbs on the final boss stage. So if you really wanted to, you could bring the support character Wanda, just in case if you get really bad orbs. But for the most part, you know, RNG in terms of Carrot is typically pretty good, especially if you max out the orb sockets, and that's typically not really a big problem. But anyways, I'll leave you guys with the rest of this video. It's very, very late where I am right now, so hopefully I'll be able to get the Boa video up for you guys as well. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video today. If you guys did enjoy it, make sure you go ahead and leave a like, and if you want to stay up to date with all of the content that I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But other than that, guys, I will see you guys within the next video.